Guys, this is PARM with Pro Box Respect TKO. Privileged to be here with the First Lady of Boxing, Chrissy Morton. Chrissy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good to see you. Chrissy, we're here for a very special reason. It's your 10th anniversary in boxing as a promoter. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel good that I've lasted 10 years. I feel strong now. I feel like I've done the 10 years.
Yeah, we'll come on to some of your shows, but you know, there's some of the best I've seen. You're also the CEO of Bad Boy Promotions.
Yes.
Somebody that, well, you know, the brand is been like a family to me, and so you. Now, coming into the boxing, you sort of obviously 10 years ago came into boxing. How did that come about? How did you get into boxing promotions?
Basically, I used to work in the city, and it was kind of all the go then at the time. And
Yep.
One of the guys that worked in one of the banks, in our bank basically, he was fighting on a show, and we couldn't get no tickets. And we used to always go out and have fun. So they asked me to put a boxing show on, which was in the middle of Liverpool Street.
Yeah.
Open air, and that's what I did. So from there, I've never kind of looked back. I enjoyed it, carried on doing it, and just got addicted to it, I suppose.
So from watching one of your colleagues, let's say, you got asked to put on a boxing show. So what was it, in the middle of Liverpool Street Station?
It was at my friend's restaurant, I can say, Churros, Pizza Pomodoro, and I asked him, we used to go down there and have parties and that, and he asked me if I wanted to do it on top of his restaurant, and that's what we did.
And how did the Bad Boy Promotions name come?
Didn't come at first. They used to call it Chrissy's Boxing.
Right.
So when we used to do it, it used to be called Chrissy's Boxing, and then we decided it needed a name. So we just there was lots of different names, and they just wanted to call it Bad Boy. So that's why we ended up Bad Boy Promotions.
Chrissy, before I forget, show us that lovely T-shirt you're wearing, which is the anniversary.
Yeah.
Yay!
10-year anniversary.
Excellent, excellent. Chris, at the moment, I know you've been going for 10 years. How many shows do you do roughly a year?
3 to 4.
Okay.
But they're big shows. They're not small hall shows. They're the big ones. We do the Troxy.
Yeah, you've been there quite a while now, haven't you? At the Troxy.
Yes.
It's an amazing venue, and as you say, it's always got a great atmosphere.
I think it's the best venue out there.
Yeah, and it's local to you as well, isn't it?
It is as well, and it's easy to get to.
East End girl.
Yeah, definitely East End.
Excellent. Now, I know I can only imagine as a promoter, it must be quite stressful as well. So what are the sort of the nice highlights for you, and what's sort of not so good?
Oh, the bad parts are when you've got pull-outs, injuries. There's like, with that, I mean, you have to take it, and then you try and like cover it up and get someone else to come in.
Yeah.
But, it is a blow when you come in a week before the fight, someone pulls up. The good part is when you see everyone get out that ring and they're happy and they're buzzing, and all their friends and family are screaming at them. You know, you've done a good job.
Yeah.
By training them, and you know that's like a bucket list to some of them that goes in that ring.
Chrissy, and you know, let's not forget, you know, they come in droves, like, you know, a couple of thousand people. Great atmosphere, and a lot of the bouts are 50-50 bouts. You had Darren Hamilton on there.
Yes.
You know, who was the British lightweight weight champion as well.
Hand.
Yeah, your right hand.
Partner in crime. Yeah,
somebody who's been like a brother and a trainer to me as well in the past. Now, so you've had some trainers down at the gym as well. You know, like Darren, and former champions as well. How did that come about?
I don't know. I just ended up meeting them by going to the boxing. Then they ended up coming to my show. I've got Wadi Camacho.
Yeah.
He trains. Jason comes in. Jason
Matthews.
Matthews.
Yeah.
He comes in as well. I've got our Adam Spelling, who's wonderful. He helps me train, and I've got Darren.
Yeah.
And that's my trainers for you.
You've those are some great names there as well. You've also had some boxing royalty that comes down to the events, haven't you?
Yes.
Many big names. Who are those? Some of them, just name them for the viewers.
Nigel Benn, Frank Bruno, Steve Collins, Ahara Davis, Conor Benn. We have footballers come.
Michael Watson.
Yeah, Michael Watson.
Yeah.
We have quite a few that come down to our venue. Kevin Mitchell.
Yeah, another great champion.
Yeah.
I know you've probably had so many different highlights. Has there been maybe 1 or 2 highlights for you in the 10 years?
I think one was we had a young young boy been brought to me. He was deaf and they wouldn't let him box, so we decided to get him checked by a doctor, which he was fine, and we trained him. And when he come out, I've never seen anything like it. He brought the house down, and he's a little Steve Fennell, and he's one of my favourites. Yeah,
and he's fighting on this show as well, isn't he?
He's back on this show. He's a 2-belt holder. Perfect. And he zoomed off the Richter scale. He broke all the barriers. And
also a little shout out to Ben Doughty as well, the boxing historian.
Oh yeah, Ben comes in and trains. He's always a part of us, Ben.
Yeah.
He's been a part of us for a long, long time.
So in terms of the matchups for Friday, is it all done and dusted now?
Everything's done.
Perfect.
Everything's
just
done.
Just got to turn up now.
Yeah, we're all ready for Friday.
Perfect. I know you're born and raised in the East End, home to many, many great champions. Who did you grow up watching?
Oh, loads. Obviously, Nigel Benn, Michael Watson, they was in my day. They were the ones we used to watch. I mean, Tyson, Kevin Mitchell, obviously. There's loads of them. I just love watching them.
Did you ever watch any of the old school, like the Henry Coopers and those guys?
I did when I was young, but never really took much notice. My dad used to watch them.
Sort of faded memories, really, isn't it?
Yeah, faded memories.
Yeah. So, 14th of July, 10-year anniversary. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great event. No doubt it's going to be a packed event as well. What can we expect on Friday, Chrissy?
Tim Witherspoon. He's flying in from the States.
Of course,
yeah. He's flying in from the States to come to our show, so I'm really excited.
I think, and I hope I don't get this wrong, he's a double world heavyweight champion. WBA and WBC.
Yeah.
Mr. Witherspoon, I hope you're watching this later. I'll be tagging you in anyway. So for the people, is there any tickets still going, Chrissy?
There's a few left.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but there's a few left. Yeah.
Guys, listen, if you want to come to one of the best boxing shows in London, get your tickets in. You'll get to see Tim Witherspoon. You'll see some great fights as well. Chrissy, before we sort of wrap up, is there anybody you want to give a shout out? Any thanks to?
I'd like to thank all of my boxers.
Yeah.
All of my trainers. Everyone around me that's took my tantrums when it's coming up to the.
I can't believe
coming
that.
up to the fight. Yeah. Just basically everyone around me, because I've got a lot of lovely people wrapped around me.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed.
Yeah. Excellent. Listen, I can't wait for Friday. Wish you all the best, and long may it continue in another 10 years as well. So it's been a real pleasure for me, and you know how much you mean to me as well.
And you.
And it's I really was looking forward to doing this interview. So listen, I'll see you on Friday, and have a great show.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Take care.